Welcome back. Egypt is very rich in many things, but above all, rich with its young people, youth. But are the Egyptian youth capable of shouldering this big responsibility of Egyptian progress? Can they develop new solutions? Can they think out of the box? Can they even find solutions for the most important problem they do face, or at least a big portion of them is facing, which is unemployment? We do have an expert, and in the same time, one of our youth. We are delighted to have with us live here in the studio Mrs. Aisha Ghoneimy. She's an economist and international relations specialist, and in the same time, she is one of the young ladies we have, very successful, very ambitious. When you speak with her, you think that there are a lot of ideas are going through her mind. So to start with, what this is the problem we have. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much for being with us. And we, as I said, when it comes to Egyptian youth, we are speaking about a very valuable thing, a real wealth, a real fortune we have. But we do have a lot of misconceptions and a lot of, I would say, rumors about and false media reports, to be echoed especially by the Western outlets, speaking about the Egyptian youth. And let's start with these misconceptions or these myths, and you are going to say you are with or against, or a yes or no, and why in both cases. Okay?
Okay.
Let's start playing.
Yes. Thanks so much for having me in the beginning. Thanks so much.
Egyptian youth are either boycotting or deprived of their rights for political participation.
Actually, no. The Egyptian youth had a significant participation in the electoral process in the presidential election.
Yeah.
And they played a lot.
Just a week ago or something.
Yes, yeah. A lot of campaign on the Facebook. They encouraged a lot of people to participate and to go and vote in the elections. They played a lot of important role on the social media. In addition to their social works, some of them, they are working at the voluntary works. They are eager to know and learn a lot and to improve their capabilities and to support the country in this critical stage that we are passing through nowadays.
I think, Mrs. Ghoneimy, that this is a kind of a psychic war launched on Egypt and to affect its new generations. If you agree with me on this.
Yes, I agree with you. And the role of media play an important role in raise the awareness of the people and send message internationally to the all foreigners, and to let them know that the Egyptian youth would like to participate more and to help the country and support, and they are capable of a lot of skills, and we are looking forward to have leading positions in the country. And I'm thanking the media and Nile TV because it is the Egyptian and the official channel that is the main channel to the outside. Yep. To send a message outside.
Thank you very much. Of course, it's our duty. But before going to the second misconcept, I'd like to say something, as my dear guest mentioned, a very good example regarding the practicing of political rights or political participation. She mentioned the electoral process, the presidential elections which took place inside Egypt on the 26th, 27th and 28th of March, meaning just 10 days ago. The participation of those who had the right to vote for the very first time in their life, meaning that they are only 18, it was such a significant ratio. And we hope that this is going to be only a first step in a long journey of practicing our political and constitutional rights during their lives, inshallah. Egyptian youth are less qualified to join the workforce.
No. Actually, they are keep on struggling to improve their capabilities, and also as we saw that the Egyptian government provides facilities through the Central Bank of Egypt to help the young youth to manage their own small projects and to support small and medium enterprises.
The social fund also.
Yeah, yes, which is play an important role in developing developing the economy. And also we found that our entrepreneurs and small projects like bikes in the street, in spite of their capabilities and high level of degree, academic degree, but they are keep on contributing to the developing the economy and the society, and they have a lot of hopes to participate and to encourage our economy in this critical stage, as we because we passed with since 2011 we are passing with a lot of challenges, and economically and politically and socially. And
here I have two questions.
Okay.
Number one, what you're saying is very important regarding the change or the amendment, I should say, the modification of this culture. Coming from a rich family, coming from or to be a student in university, or even a graduate from a high ranking, and I don't know who put this classification, high ranking college, this should not prevent you from starting a small project like the bicycles you've kindly mentioned. How do you see this development in changing our culture?
Yes.
Regarding this, I mean.
Because the Egyptian youth currently are thinking how to be value added in the society, how to earn their money, how to depend on themselves. This is a very, very strong message internally and outside, in front of the world, to prove that we are dependent on ourselves to improve our capabilities and to earn money and to support the economy. And also we have found that in the workforce there is many challenges, two main reasons that we found. First, the skills, sometimes to what extent the job opportunities to fit the academic degree and skills and qualification, and most of the youth accept to work at any stage, at any job opportunities in order to earn their money and wait till they can get a most suitable job opportunity for them. The second is limited number of job opportunities, and here we found the Egyptian government, we have a lot of mega projects.
This is it.
Yes.
And this is exactly related to my second question. The mega projects, of course, they are great, and they are going to give hundreds of thousands of job opportunities. But how do you see this mix which should take place? The economy of any country should not depend only on mega projects. I mean, minor, macro and micro projects are also important, even if it is a workshop just having two people there. This is an additional or added value which we should not neglect, if you permit me to say so.
Yes, the both sides are so critical. The government is working currently on both the small medium enterprises and also for the mega projects. Mega projects is providing job opportunities in the long run and on the medium term, which is very essential. On the other aspects, we are supporting the young youth to give them financial facilities in order to have their own projects in the beginning, and to have a monitoring financially to guarantee that they have achieved success in the project, and to support them not only finance but also in the management. This is one of the main important issues. Also, the government is keen on building the capabilities of the youth to lead the leadership positions through the PLP program, Presidential Leadership Program, and National Training Academy. They provided a lot of courses, economic, political, media, and culture, in order to improve their capabilities and to create a new generation of young people qualified in scientific approaches to be capable of leading a high position in the state. This is it is a very stage in the beginning, the first step, and the PLP now currently graduated 500 graduates from the first batch. They were hired across around 65 institutional governments. This is one of the main achievements and the successful points achievement of the government. And we have to take in our consideration that we are 25, the Egyptian youth, 25% of the Egyptian population. Then we are constitute a very large number from the 90 million population. The number this will take in order to provide all opportunities and to improve the capabilities of all youth. This will take time, and we have to wait, and at the same time to build our capabilities by our own.
But if you permit me, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said it more than once: we don't have the luxury of wasting time or for waiting. If we are going to speak only about the 1.5 million fidans, the reclamation of these fidans, I think that those fidans need hundreds, not hundreds, millions of people to go and to turn the yellow sand into greeneries. So, do you think that the Egyptian youth are interested in the mega projects, or till the moment the media did not play its role, or even the government did not play its role in promoting the national mega projects all over Egypt? And here I mean not only the new Suez Canal access, but the industrial zone there, the maritime industry, the new cities in Rafah, in Al Alamein, in Al Mansoura, in Al Ismailiyah, the 1.5 million fedans. I mean, I think in every place we do have what we call a mega strategic project. Are we interested in this, or still not yet?
The majority of the Egyptian youth are interested in the mega project because it is providing 2 to 3 million job opportunities now in the implementation stage of these projects. Then most of them, but the media should focus more on this, to go and to witness how the youth are working in the establishment stage of this project, mega project, and how they are contributed. Like the last World Youth Forum, a lot of Egyptian youth participated in this forum and explained about their contribution in Suez Canal project and how they implement the new Suez Canal and the industrial zone and the economic zone beside the new Suez Canal.
Myth number 5. The Egyptian youth do not believe in participating in the social and economic reform, and they believe that this is the mission of only the cabinet or the leadership. True or false?
False.
Completely false, 100% false. Who is shouldering the responsibility of implementing the instructions of the cabinet or the leadership on the ground? They are the youth, but it's okay. Would you please elaborate, ma'am?
Now, the youth, we are all working to serve our country by everyone on his own, socially, economically, and politically. The students who are studying in the university, how to improve their capabilities, the scholarship and the exchange of the students and traveling abroad. This is terms of improving research economically and socially, academically. Also, the projects that they make, they are contributed in the economy and how they can contribute in increasing the gross domestic product, the GDP. A lot of different channels, not only the cabinet or the leadership, there are different, like in research, working in the economy, socially, voluntary works. A lot of Egyptian youths working in voluntary works, unpaid. And I hope that the media focused also on this part. This is the most optimistic part of the youth, that the majority love the country. 99%, we are all loving the country.
Amen to that. But they do not know how to translate this love into action. And this is the role of the media and of the experienced people. To attract the youth to be involved that much into serving the society. I think that this is a main challenge. True?
Yes. The political parties should play an important role. The non-governmental organization should play also a
This was my coming question. What about the private sector?
The private sector now is currently to support the young youth, but now we are facing the informal economy and the informal sectors. A lot of young people working in the informal sectors, but because they want to work and to contribute, they are forced to work in the informal sector. Here in the informal sector, this is apart from the private sector. Here we should put to shed the light, to shed the light on this point, and to encourage the private sectors and to provide for them incentives in order to contain the young youth in the economy, in the formal economy, and to have a legal status and to preserve their rights, and to give them most suitable wages according to the real wages, which is equivalent to the high rate of prices, to provide for them training programs in order to improve their capabilities, because working
vocational training and training programs. This is another important issue. By the way, you were just, posing very important ideas during your speech. The most important issue we have is the gap between theory and practice, between the needs of the market and the things which we acquire throughout life, and especially in our throughout our education, whether at schools or in universities. How do you see covering this gap?
Till that moment, that training program that the government is provided, trying to cover this gap, because it depends on the experimental methods, how to practice the theories and the approaches that we learn in the university on the ground, how to use decision policy making, how to practice the theories on the ground, on the Egyptian economy or the socially and politically. This is very, very critical. But now the education in the university, most of the university now are working on have international cooperation in order to upgrade the curriculum to suit the international standard, which is very, very crucial in order to open the variety of opportunities to the young youth outside and inside Egypt. And when they return from outside after getting their scholarship and study abroad, they come to apply what they learn and to share knowledge and experience.
And to turn into TOTs.
Yes,
to train others, to train the trainers, and then to convey the message or to convey the info they had to other generation, and this is going to continue
to be commitment to each one who travel abroad to come back and share knowledge. This is one of the main important issues that we should focus on, that the government, for the Ministry of Higher Education and the university, they have a lot of international agreement between universities, internationally high-ranked university, to exchange professors, staff, and students to share experiences. A lot of students capable and young youth capable of sharing knowledge and to improve technically and economically, which is to reach to be more international, to cope up with the improvement and to advance economy, which is very, very critical.
And this is not only implemented to the undergraduates or even to the fresh graduates. I'll give one example. When a German high-ranking company in the field of energy and electricity, which was responsible for building our electricity stations here, they trained Egyptian engineers to be responsible for the whole issue after the German mission returned home. The Egyptian engineers proved that they do have premium quality of running these stations. Even the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, got those engineers to go and to continue with this mission in the United Arab Emirates, because they equal, if they do not exceed, the unique performance of the German engineers. Well, returning back to you, Mrs. Aisha, and I cannot go without speaking about women and empowering women. Women, Egyptian women, really proved that they can be behind any success. They can form a story of success in all fields. How do you see empowering women, empowering young ladies like you, to be responsible for such important projects, parts of projects, to have her own private issue? I mean, whether it's a project, whether it's to have a small company, stuff like that. How do you see this, and how do you see the future of this in the near future? I mean, it's not after years.
Now, the Egyptian Constitution 2013 gives a lot of rights to the Egyptian women to participate in political and economic and the society. And now, in the era of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, we achieved a lot of opportunities. The Egyptian women in the ministries and a lot of young youth in the ministries are working, young ladies are working there. The position of women is now changed. Now we take a lead positions, and in the media, in different ministries, and the private sector also, and play a lot of important role in the electoral process also, encouraging people to go and vote. I'm so proud from what we have reached now, and in next year I think that we will lead more in position, and we will get more of trust of the society, and to believe in our strengths.
Tell you what? We deserve.
Yes.
Well, Mrs. Aisha Ghoneimy, economist and international relations specialist, thank you very much for your input, and have a very good day, and happy everything. Happy Resurrection Day, happy Sham al-Nasim, happy feasts in Egypt.
Thanks so much, and happy Easter to all of our guests here. Thanks so much for having me and giving me the valuable time and opportunity to share my experience and my hope in my country. and wishing to all the best to the youth, my colleagues and my brothers and sisters.
Wishing you the best of luck there.
Thanks a lot.
Well, by this we come to the end of this episode of Cairo Local Time. On behalf of my dear colleague Angie Meher and myself, Nermeen Abdurrahman, many thanks for watching. Same time on Nile TV International, we are going to return back with another crew of our program. Stay tuned.